I began to love writing a short story since junior high school. More precisely, when my teacher asked me to join a short story competition in my school. Well, at that time, I didn't know how to create a good and interesting short story because I just like to read them, not to write them. However, I decided to join the competition and surprisingly, I got a second winner in that competition. Obvious, right? I didn't know how to create one, but I got a second winner. So, how can I write it? Okay, I will let you know the steps that I do in writing a short story. So, short story is a fiction that consists about 1000 until 7000 words. It seems easy to make because the story is short, but same like a novel, it also has several steps that you need to pay attention before you begin to write. So later your story will catch the reader's attention. The first thing to do is brainstorming. Write down your thoughts or make a mind map that will help you to generate your idea. What you should write down in your brainstorming are titles. Choose the titles that will make the reader interested to read your story. You can create and decide the titles at the beginning or at the end of your writing process. But it's better for you to decide the title at the end of your writing process because at that time you already know the whole story, you already know the plot, so it's easier for you to choose the best title for your story. Next is themes. There are many themes in story, right? Like romance, comedy, mystery, fantasy, and etc. So choose the themes that you like and easier for you to write for your story. Or you can combine two themes in your story. Next is character. It means that the character personality, behavior, appearance, hobbies. So you must develop the character of your story because the better you know the character, the better the reader will understand who the character is. Then, setting. The setting is when and where your story takes place. Your setting should influence the story in some way. So pick a setting that adds into your plot. But be careful about choosing the time period or place that's unfamiliar for you because it's easy to get details wrong and the readers may catch your errors. And then the plot. This is the most important thing in writing short story. Creating an outline for the plot. Making a plot outline will help you to know what to write next. What you have to do is creating a plot diagram like this. A plot diagram consisting of exposition is where you set the scene and introduce the character of your story. And then we go up a little bit, there is inciting incident is where the problem starts to comes up. And then rising action is where the character facing the problem. And at the top is climax, is where the problem solved. And then we go down, there is a falling action. Use falling action to move the reader towards your conclusion. And then the last is resolution. Write an ending that gives the reader something to think about. So, after you brainstorming all these 5 ideas, then you can go next to the next steps. That is, draft your story. You can begin to write your story from beginning to end. And don't forget to put your emotion into your story so the reader will feel the same when they read your story. And the last step is finalizing. Reread and edit your story. When you reread your story, you may find some error, so you can eliminate anything else that doesn't reveal the character's details or events to your plot. So brainstorming your ideas consisting of titles, themes, character setting and plot, and then drafting your story, and the last is finalizing. These all steps will help you in process of writing a short story. But the important key is practice. If you practice a lot, you'll be good at writing a short story. Thank you.